We are delighted to be with you today for our These 5 Things show, and I'm excited to have the beautiful Ali Brown here. Woo! Hello, Ali Brown.
I'm excited to be here after those little technical hiccups that get the pulse racing.
Yes, we certainly did that. So for those who were waiting for us at a little on our scheduled time, we are a few minutes late, so we apologise for that. But all is well now. And what I want to do is welcome Ali. Ali has founded the Triple Digits Tribe. And before we move into talking about being a female entrepreneur, I'd really love to have you explain what Triple Digits Tribe is to the audience.
Awesome. Yes, Triple Digits Tribe came about because it's a saying that I've long used myself. Like, my intention is to join the Triple Digits Club, you know, to live a really long and healthy life and make it to 100 into the triple digits, you know. With the advances these days and everything that we know about nutrition and health and well-being, you know, the retirement age is getting pushed back, people are living longer, and it's just, you know, there's no reason not to be, I feel. So that's where Triple Digits Tribe came from, based on that philosophy. And, you know, within that, it's about, you know, giving people easy programs like that are easy to adapt into their lifestyle, knowing how busy everyone is these days and, you know, overwhelmed with information. It's about breaking things down to their simplest form and saying, hey, it really is this easy.
And we love that you're leading the charge on that. Thanks for explaining that. And, you know, which you'll find out in part 2, which will kick off at 11 o'clock, is about Ali's background as a chef, because this is why she's got some incredible tools to help people get into a stronger, more nourished, you know, everyday living. And so we're going to say a couple of little hellos. First of all is, look who, we have beautiful Brooke Hayes on our call today. Hello, gorgeous.
Hello, Brooke.
Queensland. Woo! Special hello to you.
And, glad you found a new link.
Thanks for joining us, Brooke. Fantastic. And if you've got some comments you'd like to pop onto the feed as we're broadcasting, I'll certainly pass those along to Ali as well. But we're going to get started with the first question out of our top 5. Why did you get started in your business? Ali, tell us a little bit about that.
I guess the reason why I got started was because I just couldn't not anymore. You know, I'd had the visions floating in my head for several years about wanting to do something that was food-based and wellness-based, and, you know, it just sort of kept going to the back of the head. And, you know, I was involved in other things and I didn't really have the time to develop it further. So, you know, it just went on the back burner, and it got to the stage where I couldn't hold back any longer. It was time to just really embrace, you know, embrace my thoughts, really, embrace my passion, and just step into it and say, okay, I mightn't feel like I'm ready, but it's time. It's happening.
You all felt that at times, right?
Absolutely. So, you know, you just have to take a deep breath and jump in.
Absolutely. So in this venture that you created, and certainly you've been in business for yourself for quite some time, and, you know, the outcome of the business ventures that you have been involved in have always been, you know, about creating a better you, creating a better life with the people you've worked with. The question I wanted to ask you is, you know, what do you love in delivering your expertise, given all of those background stories that you've created?
Well, I mean, I guess my number one love is food. You know, that's my passion. So I love breaking down food to its basic elements and, you know, presenting things to people, dishes or recipes to people that they perhaps haven't considered before, and then, you know, having them taste it and their eyes just light up and go, wow, I would never have thought that would taste so good. And I'm like, I know, right?
Yeah, that whole, oh wow, what's possible about that?
Yeah,
you know,
it's just a couple of vegetables and a couple of spices and a bit of love, and, you know, it tastes amazing. So I really love that wow when people get it, like, wow, it is that easy. But I guess too is like
their skills in the kitchen.
Exactly. You know, like, my thing is, all my recipes, I do it on basic kitchen equipment. So, you know, you don't have to be a master chef. You don't have to have all the latest gadgets and all that sort of thing. You know, it's just really basic, simple, nutritious, delicious cooking. You know, it's taking it back to its raw form. And I guess along the way, educating people about, you know, what every sort of ingredient, what the nutrients are, what it does for your body, how it makes you feel, all that sort of stuff. So
Yeah,
I guess too.
it is a fantastic point as well. Yeah. So now coming on to the next question is, what have you been most delighted to achieve in your, you know, journey as a female entrepreneur? Was there a highlight, a moment that you went, wow, that really, you know, was significant, or made a significant milestone?
I guess there's a few little ones because, you know, I haven't been going all that long with this venture. So, you know, I'm still in, you know, projection mode and creating mode and looking down the track and that sort of thing. But one of the big things that has sort of stood out for me in the journey so far is just overcoming the obstacles, because it doesn't matter how well prepared you are to press the go button. It doesn't matter, because when you hit it, like even this morning, we were set up to go 10 minutes beforehand. And, you know, all these outside factors are always going to come in. And, you know, I was all set up. I was ready to launch. I started working on the 777 program last November, like really starting to nut it out, and it's going to look like this. And my intention was to launch it in February, and I had the website set up and all that sort of stuff and just about ready to go. And I had a major tech issue with that how it was set up was no longer going to work. So here I was like a week out from launch, and the launch wasn't going to happen anymore. So it was just that thing of, okay, just breathe, just roll with it. You have to, you know, work on plan B and look at, you know, how it's going to work now. So I think we ended up launching in April. So it was, you know, about a 5-week setback. But in that time, I learned how to develop my own website. So I had another skill to the basket.
And you know, it's that resilience that's been with you through many, many different steps along your life, and the solution, looking for the solution, saying, well, okay, this isn't working for now. What else can we look for? And that's what, as a female entrepreneur, you know, we're really great at, because we often are in homes who are finding solutions for things. And you know, I really love this point of view, is when people think, oh, I couldn't possibly do that, I'm not a salesperson. I went, every day you're selling someone something in your family to get things done. Negotiation is sales. So you know, it's finding that resilience to keep going, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it's, you know, and I went through a stage there where I was probably a horrendous person to be around when I had all of those tech issues to deal with. And, you know, my beautiful new laptop nearly learned how to fly several times, but I got through it.
I was going to say, probably wine consumption was also sitting on the on the higher side of usual. Okay, so let's move on to the next question, and which is sort of also have indicated, you know, what gaps had to be filled along the way, whether it was this particular journey you're experiencing, or, you know, life as a female entrepreneur, all the different opportunities that you've worked with. You know, what gaps did you realise you had to fill in moving from being an employee to being an entrepreneur?
Well, the thing is, as you start out on your journey of setting up your own business, particularly if it's just you, like it is for me at the moment. So, you know, you're everything within that company. You are the tech person, which I never wanted to be. That was not a skill I had in mind to develop, but, you know, these things happen. And everything down to writing your own copy, or, you know, doing your own social media, or, you know, everything is down to you. So, you know, it's much more time consuming than I had originally envisaged, because my main part is, I love creating, I love developing the programs, and then I just want to put them out there, and then it's like, oh, well, okay, that's done, but now I have to do this and this. So I guess, yeah, I am pretty good at thinking on my feet, because the years in the kitchen does that for you. You develop that skill anyway, but it's Yeah, I guess the main gap that I had to fill was overcome my fear of the tech stuff because, I always thought, I'll go with the basics and then when I can afford to, I'll pay someone to look after that stuff for me because I just don't want to know about it. But as it happened, I got to know a lot about it.
It is being willing to make that transition because, getting into business does require investment of time and resources and financial commitment, and working where, the good money is to be spent. And I say to people all the time is, get your foundation strong because then scalability is going to be so much simpler than having to come back around and do some of those things again. So fantastic. So well done. Here we go. The last question, or second last question is, this is the last question. What is the golf goal going forward for your Triple Digits Tribe venture?
Oh, there's so much. Like, I feel like when you ask me that question, I feel like I was when I was a little kid at Christmas and Santa would say, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I would just take a big, deep breath and start rattling things off.
Well, start rattling them off.
But at the moment, because I've launched with the 777 program, which I think we'll talk more about in the second half of this. But I'm also developing another one of those, which is keto-based. So that's been a very interesting process. Like, keto is a big thing at the moment. And with me coming from a plant-based philosophy, it's like flipping that on its head and finding out how it works from the plant angle. So I've had a willing participant, my little guinea pig here at home, who I've been testing the recipes and that sort of thing on. And, yeah, the results have been, like, astounding and really good. So I'm excited about that one. That's probably, I would like to say, a month away, but being realistic and allowing for the obstacles that will surely arise, I would say, maybe towards the end of winter would be a more realistic sort of goal.
And it's called contrast. We all need a little bit of contrast in our life.
I'm also looking at developing a lifestyle membership program that's recipes, sort of healthy, holistic lifestyle, that I think is going to fill a gap in the market. It's really created for busy women. That we all have that we're very time poor. And this is just really simple solutions. It's recipes that take, 5 or 10 minutes. It's just,
love that idea.
I love it too. And I mean, my background is as a chef and I love cooking, but there are times too, when I just can't be bothered, and I just want, and that's where I approach cooking from, like getting the maximum amount of flavors with the minimal amount of time. Like, that's what I don't want to be chained to the kitchen all day.
No, I think some days we just want the simplest assembly. I wouldn't call it cooking.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what I really love with people like Jamie Oliver too, that he's all just like, throw this in, and my style is very similar. Or I have been referred to as the hippie Nigella at times.
I can see that hashtag coming along beautifully.
So yeah, there's that, and there's several other things, but that's sort of in the next couple of months. Those will both go live, so that's my current focus, and then from there is a few more things before year end, and lots and lots and lots. But yeah, big goal is really.
Say hello because Ashley is a little bit excited that she's on the call. Jane, how exciting. Cannot wait for all of those things there, Ali. So she's going to be really excited to see those products come online. So thanks for joining us, Ashley. That's tremendous. And, of course, Miss Brooke is encouraging you with your passion there, which is wonderful too.
Awesome.
So we're going to look for any questions that may be coming up from our audience here to see if you would like Ali to answer a question while you're online. And also, while we're waiting for your questions to come through, I want to let you know about two prizes that we have, well, two offers that we have. First of all, we're going to pop the link on this feed where you can go to enter the draw to win a membership with the 777 program. That's right, Ali, isn't it? I've got that right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So we will, you can enter that. We'll draw a winner out on Monday week, and who will be the winner of that. And Ali will be gifting that beautiful membership to a lucky winner. Every person who registers for the draw will also get this amazing ebook. Woohoo! Here it is here. It's only 5 of your favourite cafe breakfast in 5 minutes flat. And if you're nice, maybe Ali will come and make them. No, just joking. So it's part of the Busy Girls Guide to Breakfast. How awesome. So everyone who enters into the draw to win the membership will also get a complimentary download of this wonderful new ebook that's hot off the press from Ali's Triple Digits Tribe. So, which is fantastic.
It just went live last week, so it's brand new, that one.
Awesome. Now, we do have a question I want to take up for you to answer, and this might be something we cover off now, or we might take this into our part 2. But the question is from Brooke: what's the best place to start with plant-based when it's so foreign, but you would like to give it a go?
Oh, I love that question. Great question, Brooke. And that's really the concept behind the 777 program. Because to a lot of people, I mean, we're so conditioned in our eating patterns. And even for me, with my food background and that sort of thing, because I was vegetarian for, I have been for like maybe 15 years. And it's only in the last 2 years that I actually fully transitioned to just plant-based, with cutting out dairy, cutting out eggs. So it's all just plants now. But even with my knowledge and background, it's a struggle, because it's like, oh, well, what do I use if I'm not using that? So that was my thought process behind 777. Like, it's the sevens come from, it's designed for people that are interested in plant-based, but, something like the Veganuary program is too much for them, because that's a whole month commitment, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Yeah. And so this was, it's designed for a 7-day program from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's where you eat plant-based. So it's not really interrupting or causing dramas with the family mealtime, because, I've designed it so as, okay, here's all your basics for that time period. And, if you're worried about changing it up too much at home, you don't have to worry about it. Take that out of the equation. So
really, coming back to Brooke's question about where to start, I think if we thought of having, just as a random thing, 21 meals a day, about what day, 21 meals a week, and, if we sort of say, great, 30% of those, like, if 7 meals were plant-based, bang, Absolutely. And then would that be a great transition to also look at?
Absolutely. And it's, it's the littlest things. Like with the 777 program, I've included a food journal as well, so you can sort of plan your week ahead, because, there's 50-something recipes in there, and no one's going to cook 50 recipes in 1 week. So even though the challenge is designed, the premise is that you'll eat it for 7 days, 7 to 7, there's plenty of resources there that you can continue on afterwards. And part of the food journal too is for you to really be conscious of what you're eating, how you're fueling your body, how it's making you feel, that sort of thing too, because people are amazed as well how great they feel when they include more plant-based goodness in their diet, because, it takes away the heaviness. A friend of mine said that she couldn't believe it, because she said, I was just so against it, because to me plant-based meant I was going to starve, but I've never felt so full yet so nourished at the same time without feeling uncomfortable. And she was just amazed at the difference it made for her. So yeah, it's that's what, there's a lot of programs out there that are very restrictive and very, this is what you have to eat, whereas I've put all the recipes there. You decide if you want to eat, 2 of the things for breakfast. You've got that there, and plan ahead. There's shopping lists and all that sort of thing included in it as well, to take the stress out of it and just make it really easy to start transitioning to better well-being.
Beautiful. Okay, we've got another question, which is coming from our lovely Ashley Jane. And what are your go-to pantry products?
Well, there's so many.
Or maybe just a couple of them.
I'm one of those people that have a fortune stashed in their pantry. I think when you are starting with plant-based is you can never have too many different spices, because if you're used to basing your dish around a meat and a couple of veggies as a garnish, like, it's flipping that on its head and, throwing in the different spices, like, and you can have one basic meal that you can add different spices to and make it taste all different ways. So I think that's really important. The other must have for me is, a lot of people don't know, it's referred to as nooch, but it's nutritional yeast flakes. So Coles has jumped on board now. It's one of the first times I've seen it in the supermarket. I've asked for it for years in the supermarkets, but it looks a lot like fish flakes, to be honest. Doesn't look appealing at all. But it tastes amazing. You add it to anything that you want that cheesy flavour to. Like, I make the most delicious potato bake I've ever had in my life, with potatoes, onions, coconut cream and nooch. And it's divine.
Well, I'm going to just extend a little favour here, and maybe after we finished our broadcast, you might put a little bit of information about that product.
Yes, I shall. I've actually got a post I've been working on.
Oh, awesome.
I get so many questions about
well,
niche,
come back, double it back or spell it right or whatever. If you've got a photo of the packaging so that people can then understand what to look for, in their shopping. So
you can find it in health food stores, bulk food stores, organic stores, that sort of thing. And as I said, like, it's just starting to trickle into the supermarkets now.
Awesome. Well, Ashley says yes. She just loves all of that. Fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is put up now the Triple Digits Tribe website. Please head over to there and find out more information about Ali, find out more information about the new program that's been launched, download some recipes, all those sorts of goodies. But we're going to also place in the link down here, the giveaway page link, which is exciting, and we know that one of you would love to win that membership and also get yourself a copy of the Busy Girls Guide to Breakfast. First of all, these beautiful 5 of your breakfast cafe favourites in 5 minutes flat. So did you have a great time on this first part 1 with Ali Brown? I hope you did. We certainly have. Thanks, Ali. We're going to wrap up this part 1 and join us very shortly at 11 o'clock for part 2, where we're going to talk more about, Ali, what's the topic for our part 2?
Busy Girls Guide to Breakfast.
Woo! So nice. We're going to expand about, how to put those more nourishing breakfasts into your weekly plan. So look forward to joining us again at 11 o'clock. So it's bye from all of us for now.
See you soon.